Part 1. When darkness doesn't mean danger. For a long time, the night felt like an enemy. It was the place where everything got quiet, except your mind. Where the world slowed down, but your heartbeat didn't. Where the lights went off, and the shadows got loud. And if you've ever stared at the ceiling at 2 a.m., begging your brain to stop thinking, you know what I mean. Night doesn't feel soft in those moments. It feels endless. Cold. Lonely. Like a punishment for being too tired and not tired enough, all at once. But what if the night was never the problem? What if darkness isn't danger? What if quiet isn't absence? What if stillness isn't failure? See, we've been taught to see the night as something to conquer, something to sedate, something to fix. We try to knock ourselves out with pills, distract ourselves with screens, run from it with noise. We treat the night like it's broken, but the night isn't broken. It's just honest. It doesn't hide your thoughts with busyness. It doesn't drown your emotions with noise. It doesn't give you something to scroll or solve or perform. It just is. And in that stillness, everything you've pushed down all day comes up. That's not a problem. That's an invitation. The night is asking you to come home, to your breath, to your body, to the parts of yourself you silence in the daylight. It's not punishing you, it's welcoming you. But to feel that, you have to stop fighting it. You have to stop making sleep a performance. Stop making stillness a battleground. You have to remember what the night is, what it's always been. Before the clocks, before the blue light, before the pressure to optimize your rest. The night is a place to let go, to heal, to be with yourself without needing to explain. It's the part of the day that doesn't ask for answers. Just presence, just breath, just being. But befriending the night takes time. It takes patience. It takes a shift in how you see the dark. Because darkness doesn't mean danger. That's just what evolution taught us. In the wild, predators came at night. But you're not in the wild anymore. You're in a bed, in a room, in a world that, if you let it, can hold you gently. But your brain hasn't always caught up. It still reacts to darkness with a little fear, a little alertness. That's okay, that's natural, but it doesn't have to run the show. You can teach your body a new story, a story where the dark is soft, the quiet is kind, the night is a friend who never interrupts, never pushes, never judges. A story where 2 a.m. isn't the hour of desperation, but the hour of return. The hour you remember that nothing's wrong, you're just awake. And that's not a crisis, it's a moment, and it will pass. The more you shift this story, the more your body will follow. The more your breath will slow, the more your muscles will loosen, the more your thoughts will stop shouting and start whispering. And in that whisper, sleep comes, not as a reward, but as a reunion. Part 2. Soft practices for a softer night. So how do you begin to befriend the night? Not just survive it, not just wait for it to pass, but actually learn to be with it? It starts small. It starts slow. It starts with a shift, not in your sleep schedule, but in your relationship with stillness. One practice you can try is this. Write a letter to the night. I know it sounds strange, but stay with me. Before you get into bed, take 5 minutes, grab a pen, and write to the darkness. Maybe you say, I'm afraid of you. Or I don't trust you yet, or I want to feel safe when I'm with you, but I don't know how. Whatever it is, write it. Let your truth spill out, because what we name, we can heal. And when you stop pretending the night doesn't scare you, you stop giving it power. You start creating space for something new. Another practice, put your hand on your chest, right before sleep, or when you wake in the middle of the night. Feel your heartbeat. That rhythm has been with you since the womb. It's been steady through every storm, every sleepless night, every moment you thought you couldn't make it. It's still here. That heartbeat is not rushing you. It's not judging you. It's just saying, I'm here. I've got you. And sometimes that's enough. That touch, that breath, that grounding moment can change everything. You can also practice non-doing. This one is hard because we're used to fixing, solving, distracting. But what if when you couldn't sleep, you didn't do anything? You didn't scroll. You didn't Google how to fall asleep fast. You didn't tense up. You just stayed, present, awake, but peaceful, not needing sleep to come, just resting in the now. That's radical. That's powerful. That's what starts to rewire your brain. When your body realizes that wakefulness isn't a threat, that the night doesn't hurt, it stops panicking, and sleep becomes more likely. Not because you chased it, but because you stopped running from its absence. You can also change the language you use. Stop saying, I can't sleep. Start saying, I'm resting. Stop saying, I'm wide awake. Start saying, I'm allowing this moment. Because how you talk about the night shapes how you experience it. Words become beliefs. Beliefs become patterns. Patterns become your sleep. And most of all, remember, you are not alone. Even in the darkest hour, there are thousands, millions of others lying in the same stillness, searching for the same peace. Some of them are listening to this very podcast. Some are breathing with you right now. The night holds all of us, not as isolated minds, but as one quiet collective heartbeat. So maybe tonight, instead of trying to fall asleep, you just try to stay soft. Try to breathe. Try to rest without judgment. Try to listen to your body, to your thoughts, to the silence that's never truly empty. It's always saying something. And maybe, just maybe, tonight it's saying, you don't have to fear me anymore. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to hold you. Part 3, a gentle goodbye, a quiet beginning. So here we are at the end of a journey that was never about fixing your sleep, but about finding your softness again. About remembering that sleep isn't something you have to earn, or chase, or perform. It's something your body wants to give you if only you create the space for it. And you've been doing that, quietly, patiently, episode by episode, breath by breath. You've been showing up to the night with curiosity instead of fear, with grace instead of guilt, and that matters. You might not feel like you've arrived. That's okay. Sleep isn't a destination, it's a relationship. One you'll keep tending. One that will ebb and flow. One that will feel beautiful some nights, frustrating others, but always, always worth returning to. Because every night is a new beginning, a new chance to lay your burdens down, to meet yourself in the stillness, to say, even if I don't sleep perfectly tonight, I can still be kind to myself. That's the voice I hope stays with you, not mine, yours. The voice that whispers, I'm allowed to rest. The The voice that doesn't panic when sleep takes its time. The voice that knows a racing mind doesn't mean failure. It means you're alive. The voice that says, I can breathe through this. I can trust this moment. I don't have to be afraid of the dark anymore. And maybe, just maybe, you've started to love the night. Not for what it gives you, but for what it reveals in you. Your resilience, your softness, your strength, your need for gentleness. You're not broken if you can't sleep. You're just human in a world that's loud and fast and exhausting. But your body, it remembers. It knows how to rest. It just needs time and tenderness. So tonight, when you lay down, let it be more than just going to bed. Let it be a ritual, a return, a homecoming. And if sleep comes quickly, wonderful. And if it doesn't, you're still okay. You're still healing. You're still resting. And that is enough. And when you wake, whether at dawn or at 3 a.m., whether feeling whole or disoriented, may you carry this one truth with you. You are not alone in the night. There are others beside you, others learning to soften, others letting go. And in that invisible web of sleepers and seekers and breathers, you belong. So here's to the night, not as an enemy, but as an ally. Not as something to conquer, but something to trust. You are safe now. You can soften. You are allowed to sleep. You always were. You've been listening to Sleepless, a podcast by The Daily Health Shift. If this series has helped you breathe deeper, feel less alone, or approach your nights with a little more kindness, we hope you'll follow the show, share it with someone who needs comfort in the dark, and remember, even when sleep doesn't come easily, peace still can. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening.